Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a different video for you guys. It is a maze that is going to amaze you. I was just browsing some vendors and I came across CrayzeeMedic, and when I get to their camp it said welcome to Wonderland, and the Wonderland entrance is right here, and it is the maze that they have created. This maze will take up to 2 hours. I was actually in there for 3 hours, and that code right there is what's going to get us through that first key code. There were a lot of codes in this maze, but this is the start of it. I just wanted to show you as quickly as I possibly can. Like I said, I was stuck, not stuck in here, but I was in here for about 3.5 hours trying to figure my way out of here. I thought it was just going to be like a quick 20 minutes to an hour. I spent about 3.5 hours in here. I was just absolutely amazed, no pun intended, of what I found in here. There were doors I had to figure my way out. I had to get up the stairs somehow. There were false entries. It was just unbelievable. I wish I knew how long it took this person to create this. But if you guys come across this person's camp, please, if you have nothing better to do and Fallout 76 for a couple hours, definitely recommend checking this out. So now you're heading into the door phase. You could kind of see which doors would open and which ones wouldn't based on the white frames around them. But you can definitely get stuck in there for a bit. Finally, I found my way out. Try to get back up, but I guess I was supposed to go the way I was going, and I wanted to close the curtain. It made sure on a sign to close the doors as you go. I tried my best to close as many doors as I possibly could, and then you're getting into the wooden scenes. It was just unbelievable. Tried to speed this video up as much as I possibly could just to show you guys all the different phases that I went through. It even says to add them as a friend if you get stuck. So then on to the next phase. These are obviously false doors. These are real ones. Now which one do we go through? That is the question. That one's a dud, so we're not going to go through that one. I think I tried this one. And that's where we're supposed to go, but it's not quite there yet. So, make sure we close those doors, went back to the beginning, and it turns out it's the exact same thing on the left-hand side. Finally found my way through. I don't want to give too many spoilers as to how to get through this maze, just in case you guys do come across it. I'm on PlayStation, so if you come across this camp, I cannot stress enough how much you guys should try this out. This was just phenomenal. Now those on the wall, you had to count those to get the code to open up a door. Now I was just looking for where the code was. Okay, so now we have however many on each shelf, and then you had to put in a specific order. Tried it a few times. Didn't want to give you that one away. Another wooden pathway. Like, it was just shelter into shelter into shelter. It was just amazing. I thought I was done, and then I wasn't, and then I kept going around in circles. Just, my mind's blown. Then you get to the pressure plates, and you open into this glass room. You have to find your way through here. Now you have to find your way around this whole place to get a code and come all the way back to said door that had the code. There's a lot of codes that you had to search for in each phase. And I did this, I will say, without any glitching of any sorts. There was only one spot, maybe 2 spots, where they didn't have a code because someone didn't close the door. But, okay, so we have to find the code. And you can just see it right over there. It'll say code this way. So we had to find our way over there. And of course you're gonna reroute. I can't tell you how many times I went in circles trying to find my way. Now this spot here, this made me laugh so hard. Look how many doors you have the option to go through, eh? And if you picked the wrong one, you ended up right where that clown was just a few seconds ago, and I probably ended up there about 3 or 4 times. I was laughing every single time that it put me back there. Great execution by this person. At one point, I was actually afraid to click on one of the shelters because I was afraid it was going to put me back to where I was. And it did a few times, for sure. Makes you super hesitant of where to go, where you wanted to go at all times. Like you can see me pondering right here. Okay, what am I doing? Where are we going next? I even did the emote with the question marks a couple times, like help me out, guys. It even says it's recommended to do it with a friend. I think it would be fun to go through it with a friend, but also on your own accord as well. Finally got through that phase and you're into the hay bales. Like I said, you're skeptical of going through doorways. Oh look, we ended up right back here. Even tried jumping over things just to see if I could get through, but no, it did not work. Eventually, process of elimination does help you in this scenario. And the thumbs up Volt Girl kind of helps you out too, because you're like, okay, we're on the right path. Or at least you're hoping. On to the next phase. I don't know if I clicked on that shelter door or not. I know I hesitated on that one. Oh, we're back to the beginning again. So I must have clicked on it. Alright, on to the next phase. There was a lot of doors. I know I didn't close a couple of those doors. But once you start to see new stuff, you're like, oh, I haven't been here before. Oh, yep. And there's brick walls behind some of those doors too. False hope on those ones. Also, they had those candles, that skull candle, to let you know that, hey, you're on the right track. See that on the left or on the right there? So you know you're heading in the right area. Finally, we're at a shelter. And it had the skulls there, so I should have clued in then, but I didn't until rewatching this now. This one threw me for a loop. So there is numbers in each of these cabins. And I could not find the last one. I kind of guessed on the last one. So it's 4 digits. I got the 3, but I guessed on the last one because I could not find it for the life of me. Luckily, I guessed... I'm not even going to tell you, because just in case you guys do come across this, I don't want to tell you. But I looked everywhere. I actually had to cut out quite a lot of footage just to show you guys this. Still looking for that last digit. If you guys see it in this footage, let me know, because I could not find it. So I think we just went out on a whim and I got into this other room. Again, I had no idea what I was looking for in this room either. It's just a room with a whole bunch of flashing lights. No idea what was going on or where I was supposed to go. But I eventually came across those digits. Now this one was amazing. So it's got numbers 1 to 4 on some parts, and you're like, okay, so maybe the code is 1234. I'm gonna let you in on a spoiler, it's not. And also, I didn't notice until rewatching the footage that it actually does say play the arcade games. There's your hint. So it's telling you to play it in specific order. I'm going to show you really quickly in just a sec of how I figured it out. Just unbelievable. So this is me trying 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 4, 1, 3, 2. You get the hint. I just was trying everything. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. And then finally it clicked. So I started playing the first game. There's my first number, 7. It's hidden right behind where the one alien thing was. Next one's 6. You can see it on the scrap box. I skipped over the third one just in case you guys do decide to do this, but you get the point. There's 5 right there, right behind the board. And I got into the next section. Now this section is another maze, obviously, but see how it's got it's got the question marks, and you got to find the other ones all over to make the whole digit. And then you got to find your way back to where you put this code in as well. You guys can see why this would take 3 and a bit hours. If you guys have done this before and seen this camp, please let me know how long it took you guys to do it, or if you gave up, or if you just kept on going. So now we're in the next section. And in this section, there are a lot of doors, a lot of rooms with a lot of numbers. I started writing down, I swear I have about 12 numbers in front of me, and I'm like, okay, I only need 4. How does this work? I'm not going to spoil this one for you guys, because this one, wow. It's in plain sight and you just don't see it. I thought it had something to do with that window that says doors, but doors will be your only clue from me. There's a lot of rooms, a lot of doors, a lot of buildings. This person really thought this out, man. Like, I can't even comprehend how they did this. There's a room full of clocks. Those could be the numbers, right? There's just so many things that could happen. And as you can tell, I really, really struggled with this one for sure. There's a 6. It's like any numbers from like 1 to 8, I believe I found. Pink room with a 0. You get the hint. Then you're in this room / alleyway, and you got to find your way through there to get to where the code is, which is hidden behind secret doors as well. Now you're on to the next phase, which was, I still am not 100% sure how this one was done. I actually found an alternative route, but I know it has something to do with these 4 plushies because of those signs right above their heads. but I could not find it. Still can't. And it's still bugging me that I haven't figured it out of how to do this one. But very, very detailed in every seam. The next was the trials, and this is your speed test. So you have to hit the pressure plate to open up this garage door to get in here to get this code. The first time I went in here, I did not get the code. I just went in here and didn't see the code, so you gotta keep hitting the pressure plate until you can get back in there. It looks simple because it's probably the 4th or 5th time I filmed that part, but finally got through there. And then you got agility, so this is where you'd need the marsupial or the jetpack to get through it, to jump all the way across. And then you come to a door, you need the code. It's actually right back here. I will give you that one. So then we got to put that one in. So then from here, it says choose your fate, and you're into a perception area, and it says first person mode. So based on where you're sitting in this room, there will be numbers facing you. I did not want to spoil this one either, but if you're sitting at one of these seats, you'll see 4 numbers in front of you, and that'll be your code for that doorway. Now, I was playing this so long that I was one of the last ones left in the lobby. So the shutdown was imminent, and I was panicking at this point because I'm like, no, I want to get through this whole maze. So you can see me rushing a little bit more. So I had to go all the way to the one side of that room to get the code, and then you have to come all the way across the other side. You cannot jump over those. I tried. But finally you get to the code, make sure you remember it, and you're good to go. Now there was another phase in there, but I just skipped over it because I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you guys. But this is another really cool one. It was choose your path. So you have a choice between, I think, 4 doors. And I thought I was on the right path because you got to climb up, obviously. And little did you know that there's actually false flooring that is hidden underneath grass. I can't tell you how many times I fell through that section. Very, very cool. Like, even just watching this back and I got a big smile on my face. This was just phenomenal. You can see me checking the floors like, okay, am I good here? Finally, we get to a key code. But is there a key code I need? I don't think so. So, here we go around again. I even tried jumping over that section of grass at one point. I think it's the other way. Yep, there's a dead end. And it's just a trap. You can't jump over it no matter what. So I came back out, tried again. Looks like I ended up in the same spot. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, see, it all looks the same after a while, too. Oh, yep, I am in the same spot. I tried again. I don't know what possessed me to try that again, but look, the timer cutting me off, too. Like, it was a lot of pressure. Some of them had pressure plates with no code attached. Now I'm stuck in here, so I was like, uh-oh. But there was actually a false floor somewhere, I think. Yep, and then we're back to the beginning. Excuse me. I don't even know how I found my way to the top on this one, to be entirely honest. You just gotta keep trying until you get there, I guess. Kudos to that person staying in the lobby just so I could try to complete this too. Finally get to the top of that and you're in the casino, and this was a pretty long one too, but like look at that time just cutting me off. I tried so hard to get through this. Finally, we're at the stairs and we're thinking, okay, there's more. Nope, we finally made it through. Shout out to you, CrayzeeMedics. Check them out, guys. If you do see them in your lobby, definitely check out their maze. They have more too if you join their Discord. So yeah, very, very awesome time. I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know in the comments if you guys have seen this before, and take care, everybody. Love y'all.